Hello, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Let's talk a little bit about how I was able to retire a little early. What I did, because I didn't prepare like I should have. I cashed in my 401k, and that didn't give me a whole lot of money because I hadn't been with this company for very long. But it gave me a little something. I had also saved money for a couple years. Now, I wasn't necessarily saving money with the intent of retiring, but in the back of my mind, I thought, what, just in case, yeah, I needed it later on, or a retirement opportunity would arise. I also was saving for a Les Paul, which I got, but that's a whole other video. Anyway, the good thing, it's probably not a good thing about nursing, but it is a fact of nursing. You have a lot of different companies that you work for throughout your career. It's not that you necessarily want to or you're disgruntled, but buildings get sold and new companies buy them. Next thing you know, I mean, you have a whole new set of benefits. With a new 401k, etc. So I had two 401ks I didn't even know I had. They weren't huge, but I cashed those things in. And I also had a life insurance policy that I had kept from a company many, many years ago. And I kind of forgot about it, and I was it was a whole life. It wasn't a very good one, but I cashed that in too. So all that together, did not give me a fortune, but it gave me breathing room to be able to just get my head on straight, which it's negotiable as to whether or not I've done that yet, but it gave me time to think, and I knew I didn't have to rush into something, and my wife and I weren't going to starve. So if I can say anything, or if you take anything at all from this, that would be it. Look for those little things that you might have hidden that you don't even know about. And the 401ks, that was a perfect example. I didn't know I had them. And the next thing that I've done, and I'll talk a little bit more about preparation that I did at the last minute, because I did do some, extreme saving at the last minute when I felt like it was going to happen. I felt like something was going to happen with my company soon after, something negative, that is, soon after I started. I don't know. It was just a gut feeling. It was nothing about anybody. I loved everybody I worked with, loved the company, but I felt like there would be a downsizing. Again, just a gut feeling. So I was kind of preparing for something. I didn't know it was going to prompt me to retire, but I'm going to, just diverge from that and talk about the other couple things that I've done or I'm trying to do. And I've actually been very successful saving money by just buying cheaper things. I had no idea how much money I spent on toilet paper. Now, granted, I guess you can get away without toilet paper. I'm not going to do that if I don't have to. But I always bought Charmin toilet paper, thinking that's probably, I want something good. Well, you know what? I checked some different brands, and there are a few, like I'm using some Cottonelle. It's fine, and it's half the price, or almost half the price. So, I mean, I'm just switching to things like that. Paper towels, I just don't use that many. I try to use towels, just regular towels, and I wash them. Just to wipe up and stuff like that, with dogs and a cat and me. I mean, we all make messes, especially the dogs, the cat, and me. But again, that's probably another video. So the money I saved just doing that, different things like body wash. I use the Aveeno body wash, or had been forever, and it's great. And my wife turned me on to that because I get so itchy or did get so itchy from taking showers, and I just use regular, like, Ivory soap or something before, and she's like, you need to get something like this, and it worked great. But I have like more than half a bottle left. When it's gone, I'm going to look for an alternative. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm going to find a cheaper alternative that works. And hey, if anyone knows of a good body wash that's moisturizing, put it in the comments, please. Also, coffee. I'm not a coffee snob, but I do love. Sorry if I touched that. I do love coffee, and I used to buy, well, of course, like Maxwell House to have around, but I buy like Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, and Community Coffee, which my wife and I like a lot, and what else? Some other donut shop type coffees. Well, I discovered that Kroger coffee is fantastic. So far, all the brands I've had, all the types I've had of the Kroger coffee. This is the Supreme blend, and I don't buy the K cups, even though I use my K cup maker thing. But I just use the basket and use just a filter, a small filter, and I make it that way because that's a lot of plastic. I felt, let alone the waste. Whereas I just reuse that screen over and over, and make it one cup at a time, which I like. It kind of slows me down a little too. But yeah, so I'm sorry about that tangent, but I really, really have saved a lot of money, and I'm continuing to, by just changing brands and I'm finding brands that are comparable to what I had. In this case, better. I mean, I like this. I'd say ask my wife. I know it's silly to say on YouTube, but I love it. I tell everybody how much I love Kroger coffee. So it's weird. I like it better than any of the coffees that I spent way more money for, and it's on sale a lot too. Anyway, look, I'm not going to keep you anymore. Thanks a whole lot. I hope this helps. I'm trying to shine a very positive light on retirement. I think it's important for all of us, and I'm telling you, I had a very difficult time with it. I'm still, having some issues, but it's getting a lot better. And we're gonna, I'm gonna go into I think we'll do another video soon that goes into depth on maybe some of the feelings that I had and what I think a lot of people experience when they first retire. But with that, please, have a great day. Listen to Rifle every day if you can, and love one another.